A piece of the action. This is Star Trek, the original series, season 2. We're right in the middle of it here. I've been reviewing all the Star Trek episodes. We're going to do all the original series. We're going to do the animated series, and we're going to do all the original movies, the 6 movies. Let's talk about this episode using my space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best. I'm going to give the storyline a 1.5. I like this storyline. I think it's really neat. It started out being a little bit more serious and got a bit more comical in the last half of it. The storyline here is that this other ship has contaminated this world. They left behind some books. One book was on the gangsters in the 20s, and that book became that world's Bible. So everyone follows this book. So there's mob bosses and there's hits and all that, and they talk that way. So when Kirk and the crew show up, they're like, what the heck's going on? This is crazy. They beam down. There's Oxmix. There's, what's the other guy's name? It's not Krakow. There's a bunch of, and the name Jojo Krakow and Bella Oxmix and all these weird kind of characters. It's got an alien race, but they look like regular humans. So that's, like it doesn't check all my boxes. It does have the alien planet. It does have a cool idea. I do like the idea of this. It's got aliens, but they're just regular people dressed up. So there is some tension. There is sort of a problem to solve. Like how do you get this world to kind of get back on track? I'm not sure if they really solve it exactly, but they kind of do. So there's that. Yeah, it's okay. I like the story. I'm not dying over it, so that's why I'm giving it a 1.5. For the pacing, I'll give it a 1.5 as well. I wasn't bored. There's a lot of stuff going on in the beginning, and then it gets a little bit repetitive. Like they get captured, then they escape, then the other guy captures them, then they escape, then they go back. So it's a little bit of back and forth just in the last half of it. But I wasn't bored, and I wasn't like, oh God, when is this going to end? But it wasn't like edge of your seat, like, oh my God, like what's going to, like Death Machine, where you're like, what the heck's going to happen? Like, I have no idea. There was no edge of your seat excitement. It's just more like, oh, this is good. So I do like the pacing. The artistry, I'll give it a 1.5. There's not really any cool alien thing going on, but I do like the look of everything. And I do like that kind of gangster style look to it. And then they've got the cigars and the suits. I have to say, when Spock and Kirk dress up in the 20s kind of gear, they look really cool. And they got the cars and all that. That's all great too. So I do like the look, and there's the music's good and everything. Everything looks good. You see a spaceship for like a second here and there. I am watching the upgraded version. It doesn't really play a factor in this one, but still really liked it. The characters, I'm giving it 2 out of 2, man. The characters were awesome. The way they talked and everything. And when Kirk, basically that Fizbin part and on, when Kirk starts to realize I've got to adopt their way of talking and acting, and it's so great. There's a lot of good stuff with the 3 leads in this one too. This has been really stellar for all 3 characters. So Kirk, Spock, McCoy. Scotty's hilarious. Scotty's really shot up as like an awesome character. I mean, this is my 4th or 5th viewing of this, probably my 5th viewing. He's great in this when he's just like, what is happening here? And Kirk really gets into the role. I know it's a bit cheesy, but I actually think it's pretty neat. And you know what? He had to adapt to their way. They didn't respect him. Like, they pushed him around. Then he's like, all right, that's it. The Federation's taking over. We're taking this place over. You're going to get a piece of our action if you're lucky. Like, whoa. And then they start taking him serious because he's adopted their thing. Spock is great in that. He's like, yes, confirmed. And he's like, check. He's like, correct. And it's like, you're supposed to say check. So yeah, enjoyment factor, I'm giving it a 1.5. I really enjoyed this one a lot. The best thing is Kirk driving the car. And then it's like, and Spock's like, you're an amazing officer, you're a great captain, but your driving leaves a lot to be desired. Kirk has a lot of great little moments in here. I'm not dissecting these episodes. I'm trying to make these videos under 10 minutes for sure, 5 to 10 minutes maximum. So I'm not dissecting everything that happens, but I pretty much like a lot of what's going on here. I'm giving this a grand total of 8 out of 10. Look, this is a fun episode. The next one's pretty intense. So again, season 2 has been a great blend. You've had a couple of super intense ones. You have a couple of really good, intriguing stories and, like things to solve and like real big problems. And then you have a couple of lighthearted episodes as well to kind of make it a balanced season. It's been pretty stellar so far. So make sure you check out my playlist if you've missed any of these videos. It's been great. Star Trek's my second favorite show, so I've been enjoying doing these. It's awesome. I'm going to let you know about Clobberin Times. That's a buddy of mine. He has a show every Saturday. It's called Saturday Night Star Trek, where him and his crew go through 4 episodes a night and they really dissect them. So I'm just doing 5-10 minute videos. That's it, just to get my points out there. If you want an in-depth analysis, that you should check out their Saturday night streams. The link is in the description below. If you like my space system and this kind of stuff, please like the video. Let me know, because I'm going to try to continue these Star Treks. Should I do Enterprise? I'm doing this based on what I'm watching. So in my leisure time, my wife and I like to go through the Star Treks, and we've gone through like DS9 and Voyager probably like 7. I've seen Voyager like 7 times or something. No. I've seen Voyager like five times. I've seen DS9 like 7 times over. I've seen original series. This is like my 5th time, I believe. I kind of stopped counting. Next Gen, I've seen 2 or 3 times. Enterprise, I think I've only seen twice, so I'm probably gonna do Enterprise next. So let me know if you want me to do Enterprise and continue it on, because I wouldn't mind doing that one as well. But that's it, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time.